Hello everyone, Alicia here with another lightened up, Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today's recipe is for raspberry white chocolate baked oatmeals. Now, as I always say when I do a baked oatmeal recipe, we absolutely love the baked oatmeals in this house, and I've got several different variations or varieties on my channel already. This is going to be a new one for me. I thought raspberry and white chocolate just sounded really good. So that's what I'm doing today. I'll be sure and link my other baked oatmeals down below if you want to check out some different varieties of them. Like I said, we love them all. They're just so good and they make a great WW friendly breakfast prep. So let's jump into this one and I'll show you what you're gonna need to make it. First off, you're gonna need 2 cups of old-fashioned or rolled oats. And then next up, you're gonna need 2 cups of an unsweetened almond milk. Now, for those that don't like the almond milk, you could use a skim milk or a different type of milk, different nut milk, whatever you want, but you're gonna need 2 cups. And then in here, I've got some fresh raspberries that I've washed and drained. This is 6 ounces or just over a cup. You're gonna need 2 large eggs. And then for the white chocolate in these today, I'm gonna be using these Lily's white chocolate style baking chips, 2 ounces of these. For the sweetener in this, I'm gonna be using some Lakanto Maple flavored syrup. I really like this. I've been using this quite a bit and it just works really well in these baked oatmeals. So I'm gonna be using a 1/3 cup of this today. And then since I've been trying to up my protein, I've been adding protein powder to a lot of things and these baked oatmeals are no exception. It's a really easy way to add protein in. So I'm gonna be using 2 scoops of this Isopure 0 carb protein. We really like this one. Here's the nutrition facts for it. It's 100 calories a scoop, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 25 grams of protein. So I'm gonna be adding in 2 scoops of this. You don't have to add any protein powder to it if you don't want to. It will make a slight difference in the texture, the overall texture of this, but not enough to where I think it's that big of a deal. So you can either omit that or add it, and obviously you can use whatever type of protein powder you prefer. This is just ours. Next up, you're gonna need a 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, a teaspoon ground cinnamon, and then finally a teaspoon vanilla extract. And that is everything that is in this, so let me get us started. First off, in a medium-sized bowl, I'm gonna add in my 2 cups oats, 2 scoops protein powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, and teaspoon cinnamon. And I'm gonna mix that all together really well. And also, I have got my oven preheating to 375 right now. All right, I've got that mixed together, so I'm gonna set that aside. Grab myself a large bowl and I'm gonna add in my 2 large eggs, my 1/2 cup applesauce, which I completely forgot to show this. I had it setting over to the side, but you are gonna need a 1/2 cup, or in this case, one of these cups is 3.9 ounces, which is close enough to a 1/2 cup of an unsweetened applesauce. So I'm gonna add that in. I also forgot to show my cooking spray, which I do almost all the time, but as always, I will have all my ingredients and instructions listed down below in the description box. So I'm gonna add that in, my 2 cups almond milk, 1/3 cup of that Lakanto maple syrup. You could also use a sugar substitute, like a classic or brown sugar if you want, instead of the syrup. And then finally, my teaspoon vanilla extract. And I'm gonna whisk all of this together. Got that all whisked together, so now I'm gonna add in my dry ingredients. And fold those in. And I'm gonna add in my raspberries and fold those in. Okay, now I'm gonna grab myself a 9x9 inch casserole dish, baking dish, whatever you wanna call it. And I'm gonna give it a spray with my cooking spray that I forgot to show in the ingredients. And now I'm gonna pour my oatmeal in. And then finally I've got my white chips weighed out here and I'm gonna just kind of sprinkle these on the top. If you want to fold them in with the raspberries, you can do that too. But usually when I do these baked oatmeals, I like to just kind of put the chips, if I'm using them, on top. Okay, this is now ready to go into my preheated oven at 375. And I'm gonna bake this until that center is nice and set. You're gonna have some browning and you're gonna see the edges starting to just ever so slightly pull from the dish. And that's gonna let you know that this is done. As I always say, these are all different as far as bake time. They all vary just a little bit. And since I haven't made this one before, I'm gonna start checking it probably around 30-35 minutes just to be on the safe side, but I'm expecting it to take probably closer to the 40-minute range. But I will be back once this is done and show you what it looks like. I let this bake about 44 minutes. It is looking done. Those edges are slightly pulling. It's set in the middle. And it's got some browning going on. So what I'm gonna do now is let this cool down a little bit before we cut into it and give it a taste. But I'll let it cool probably 10 minutes or so, and then I'll get a serving size out, show you what that is, and we will taste it. I let this cool probably 15 minutes. So it's definitely cooled enough to eat. Here's what it's got like inside. And here is the serving. I just went ahead for pretty purposes, put some more fresh raspberries on there, and then just sprinkled a few more chips on top. But this is gonna be a sixth of the total. There is a serving, and that is gonna be 3 points. So we'll give this a taste, see what we think of this kind of variation.
Okay, in my defense, I'm now doing it backwards.
Yeah, you are doing it backwards so we can see it. It was fighting you a little bit there.
That might be the best one yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, I gotta get myself a fork.
Better hurry.
I was gonna do raspberry lemon, but then I realized I just did the blueberry lemon, which we really liked. I'm like, well, that's a little too close.
So the white chocolate really sets it off.
Yeah, that's what I figured. White chocolate goes with a lot of different things, and raspberry is one of them. Let's try. We love those Lily's chips. Those are so good.
I love you.
Ooh, I love you too. Get a little bit here.
The really tart of the raspberries pairs well with the oatmeal.
That is really good. The raspberry is, wow, that's good. We don't eat a lot of raspberry stuff. More strawberry, blueberry. I don't know. That is good though with the fresh. Now you could probably use frozen too. I think that would totally work in this if you wanted to do that. But the fresh were on sale this week, so I went with those. But yeah, that's good. I didn't get a chip in my bite, but I can imagine. Ooh, there's some melted.
I mean, if you wanted to eat that just as a dessert, a 3-point dessert.
Yeah, that's how I eat it because I don't eat breakfast. But you do. That is really good with the white chocolate. All right. Is this your new favorite now?
Yeah.
I think that might be my new favorite at the moment. I don't know. The pecan pie one, that one's still really good. But as I said, I will list all the previous ones I've done down below if you want to check some of those out. They're all good. I think this is our current favorite though for the moment. The raspberry white chocolate chip. But anyway, guys, that's going fast. So we'll pan over to this guy here. But yeah, that was... Oh, I added the protein powder to it too. So protein, a little extra protein. And I do that, I don't remember if I said that in the beginning of this, but I do that with all of the baked oatmeals now. And you can pretty much, any of the ones I have on my channel, just add it. You don't really need to do anything else as far as ingredient wise, changing anything. It should work out fine with the addition of the protein powder, but it's a nice way to get that little extra protein in. And it tastes good. I don't know, can you taste that at all in there?
No.
I can't either. It's vanilla. It kind of gets masked by all the other flavors going on, I think. But anyway, guys, that was raspberry white chocolate chip baked oatmeal. As always, I will have the ingredients, instructions, WW recipe builder link, calories, macros, other nutritional info All of that is going to be linked down below, as well as I will have the other baked oatmeals linked down below in the description box. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.